You tired? I'm tired too. Hey, YouTube. Don't mind me. I didn't get any sleep last night whatsoever. No sleep. None. I'm gonna wait for some people to come in before I start talking. Happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday. I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day. But I want to tell you guys about my night. Horrible, 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 horrible neighbors. We have horrible neighbors. These people only been here for about maybe going on 3 months, maybe. And we've been here for 5 years. New owners took over this property in October and November. And when they took over this property, they wanted the property with tenants in it already, and they bought the property as is with tenants inside. The owner wanted to remain nameless and faceless, so he has a management company which we deal with. So the people who lived next door to us prior, it was a couple with two children. I guess the man left her. She could no longer afford the rent and the utilities by herself. So her and her kids moved out. So, which means we needed to get new tenants. Well, we didn't need to. The landlord needed to fill that spot. So many people came next door to view the place. They were not happy. The people who had sense weren't happy because they were showing the place a mess. You know what I'm saying? So if I went to go see a place and it's disgusting in there, why would I want to rent from you as a landlord and you're accepting us to come see your place a mess like this, right? So I would say at least 60 people went there to see this place and they didn't like it. So fast forward, they needed somebody in this place, so they decided they went with this girl and this guy. She's white and he's black. So I'm thinking, okay, they're a couple. They moved in 11 o'clock at night, 11, 12 o'clock at night. And it wasn't just them, it was other people with them. So it started off as one female, then it was a male, then it was an older lady. Hi. I'm not talking to myself. There was an older lady, um, a teenage, well, she's probably between the age of 10 to 12, and another man. So it started off with 5 people. Within the first week, that doubled. So now it's 10 people that's living in a 3 bedroom. Within a month, it's 15 people now. So it's 15 people living in this house and 2 dogs, mind you. 15 people and 2 dogs. We share a porch and we share a yard. We don't have dogs, we have cats. So the dogs are doing their business in the yard and they're not picking up the mess from the dog. So my son knocked on the door one day and says, "Hey, can you guys pick up your dog poo because I have to cut the grass?" No problem. My son talked to him nicely. The girl was nice to them as well. Nice to my son as well. So the next issue we had is that I put out recycles and I have cameras. So put out recycles and one of the men over there threw trash in my recycle bin. Now, mind you, our trash men slash recycle men are very picky. If they see something in your trash bin that's not, I mean, your recycle bin that's not recyclable, they will leave your whole bin there. So that's two things already. And then they will have company that will come into my house, come on our porch and peek in our window like this. Mind you, we have yet to say or do anything to these people, you know. So now they started to blast music all hours of the friggin' night. All night long, the music was blasting. All night long. It was shaking the walls. It was shaking the floors. This happened all weekend. It was all weekend long. Now on Saturday they had like a cookout. Hi Raya. They had a cookout. I'm talking about my rude neighbors next door. They had a cookout on Saturday and they brought their music outside. Fine. I mean, people have parties all the time, right? And, eventually a party has to end, right? So they were out there from 3 to 1 in the morning with the loud music, really loud. But we didn't care because it was on the outside. So as long as it was in the house, shaking the door, shaking the walls and the floors, we didn't mind. Now at least people outside can see what we go through. Hi, Sarah. So anyway, rewind. They were blasting the music so loud that the kids in the house kept saying, "We can't sleep." It's shaking the floors because they had the bass up really high, and it was that techno music. So they moved the music from outside and they pulled a car up in front of my house and started blaring the music in front of my house. Now, you know why these neighbors are mad? They're mad because I have a camera on my house. I had a camera on my house way before they came here. There's so many people that have ring cameras. I'm not the only person who have a ring camera, right? So what they started doing was talking to my ring camera, saying rude and crazy stuff. So that's how it started off because I have a ring camera. But hi guys, I'm Kiki. I'm just rambling. I'm just talking about how I didn't get no sleep last night because of my neighbors. But if you're new here, can you subscribe and like the live, please? It costs you nothing. It's free. And my platform is a drama free platform. So if you're gonna say something rude, go somewhere else. Because I'm not about the ignorance, okay? But yeah. Hi Lennox. Hi, how are you? I'm just talking about my rude neighbors next door. We didn't get any sleep last night. None whatsoever. And I feel bad because we have a lot of old people on our block. And I know it's bothering them as well. So sorry guys. Hey Mark. Sorry. Yeah, we did call the sorry guys. Hey Mark. Sorry. Yeah, we did call the cops. This ain't the first time we called the cops. Sorry. This ain't the first time we called the cops. Um, we did. It's a flop house. Like they do illegal stuff in there. And here's the kicker though, Mark. This property that I live in was purchased it has a new owner since October, November, and the owner wants to be remain anonymous. So he uses a management company. So the cops were upset because they was like, that's not right. It doesn't seem legal that you're renting from someone and you don't know who you're renting from. So we did call the cops last night again. We did. And it's so bad. And it's so much traffic in that house. Like they ripped the screens off the attic. We have an attic and we have 3 floors. One floor is the attic, and then it's the second floor, and then the living room, downstairs in the basement. So what they did was take the screens, they ripped the screens out of the windows in the attic, and their house has a stench of it smells like dog poo, mildew, body odor, rugs. I can't say the real word, but you know what I'm saying, like it smells like that. It's a bad odor. Their house smells so bad that when me and the kids are outside and they stand there and open the door, the smell comes out and it's like you want to vomit. These people, I think they're from New York City. And it's crazy because I live in a nice neighborhood. A lot of elderly people walk up and down the street with their dogs, and they're not used to this type of stuff. We've been here for almost 5 years and they just moved in. We don't cause problems. We don't do nothing to nobody. We just mind our business. And they talking to my ring camera. The one guy, he talks into my ring camera like they're nuts over there. They're nuts. So, like, who will park a car? Like, once you started blasting the music in the house, that wasn't good enough. They got in a car and pulled the car up in front of my house and started blaring the music. And I think they only did that because my son wasn't home. It was just me and the 3 kids here. I think that's why they did it. So any advice besides what I already done? Any advice you guys can give me that I didn't do yet? Um, well, today we told the owner. Well, we can't speak to the owner because the owner is anonymous. He bought this property anonymously, so he used a management company. So we talked to the management company this morning. They said they're going to reach out to the landlord, and for us to call the cops at any time. If the noise doesn't matter what time of day this noise is occurring, but especially call after 10 p.m. because there's a noise ordinance out here. And when I tell you guys it's bad, like I didn't sleep at all last night. The kids didn't go to sleep till like it stopped around 5 this morning. 4 and 5. That's when the kids were able to get some sleep. Like I think they come from New York City, and I'm sure not all New Yorkers live like this. I'm sure not all of them are trifling like this. Like they're very, very nasty people. And the majority of are men. I think there's, oh, let's see, there are probably 6 women in the house. 6 women. Now there's a little boy. There's a little girl. She's like 11, maybe 12, and probably like 10 to 12 black men and one Hispanic man. And can you imagine? So, and I feel bad for the kids, because they tried their hardest to go to sleep last night and they kept saying, Nana, I can't sleep. The musics are too loud. And I wanted so badly to go bang on that door and tell them to turn the music down, but that's causing issues, right? That's causing problems. So I'm not trying to cause no problems. You know what I'm saying? Like we stay to ourselves, we mind our business. But when you're blaring music and the cookout was 45. The cookout was like a whole shift for the job. The cookout was for 8 hours, and it was just men sitting around the table making hot dogs for 8 hours. Music blaring outside for 8 hours. So yeah. Oh God. Sorry, that's my mom calling in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because guess what? It's free. It costs you nothing to help me and the kids out. We're on a road for 1,000 subscribers. So if you can help us out, thank you very much. And I appreciate you all. We'll be back. I gotta call my mom back. Bye.